Hey, yeah, I know I look like shit. Yeah, this is real. This is not a joke, guys. This is real. Look at this. You know, a bloodshot eye. Yeah. It happened yesterday. Today is 18th, 10th, 2020, so today is Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday, 17th, 10th, 2020. I was in the protest, you know, in the anti-lockdown protest in Trafalgar Square. So basically, I saw there was some people there. You know, it's difficult for me to speak loudly, so sorry guys if it's not very audible, because the stitches, they're not very comfortable, of course. But I'll try my best. I'll try my best to, you know, to make you hear every word that I'm saying, so it's not confusing. So this happened yesterday on 17th, 10th, 2020, on Saturday, on the protest, anti-lockdown rules in Trafalgar Square. So, oh yeah, by the way, you see? So, man, it hurts to even think about it. It's just so messed up, man, so messed up. So there was some skateboarders, right, talking with some people from the protest. Around 5, 6, 7 or something skateboarders talking to like 3 or 4 protesters, and they were disagreeing with them a lot. They were basically calling them names. They were, you know, telling them to go home. That it's you know, basically disagreeing with the anti-lockdown protest. One of them was getting very rowdy, like a blonde guy, well built, you know, slightly shorter than me, as far as I remember. He was getting very rowdy, very unhinged with the few protesters that he was talking to. And, you know, I went over there just to see what was going on. I stood my ground, like around 3 meters from him and from the others, just watching. Didn't say a single word. And suddenly he looks at me, looks me in the eye and tells me, "What are you looking at?" I told him, just checking out the situation, bro. You know, basically to just make sure that he understands I'm in no trouble, that I trying not to be confrontational. You know me, guys. You know how I handled my encounter with Omar in Speaker's Corner. I'm not looking for trouble. Yeah. He, I think after that, he spoke with the protesters for like a few more seconds. Then he went after me. He went for me, and he shoulder bumped me, like he shoulder checked me. Around here, the chest and the shoulder. And I, you know, kind of pushed him away a little bit, told him, "Don't do that, bro, don't do that, bro." Like, you know, because he was obviously getting physical with me already. I thought to myself, man, what is this guy doing? I have no trouble with him, I have no disagreement with him. He doesn't even know which side I stand on. I'm just a spectator of the situation. He turns to his friends, like saying something or laughing or whatever. I didn't pay attention to what he was doing then for a few seconds. And he sucker punched me out of nowhere. You know, he was turning with his side to me from, like, I'm here, he was over there, around 1 meter or maybe a bit more from me. And he just turns around and he sucker punched me out of nowhere. And he does know how to sucker punch, I'll give him that, you know. He gave me a very a punch. I don't even remember too well where it was, because my brain got a bit rocked at that moment, and I kind of lost my perception of direction. You know, I lost direction for a while, and I remember that I received many punches in my face, in my head, all in my face and head. I don't think I received a lot in the rest of the body. Maybe like some punches, but I mainly face in the head, as you can see, you know. This was yesterday, so yesterday it looked even worse than this, you know. Look at this, it's unbelievable. And yeah, I'm not making this up. He just attacked me like that. He started punching me. I fell on the floor, like behind me. I tried to retreat, and I fell on the floor because I lost balance. But I immediately stood up because I felt like he was gonna keep hitting me. when I was down, and he just kept hitting me for a while, and then I tried to kind of grapple with him, to hold him down, to not let myself get punched. And then the next thing I remember is that we got separated somehow. Don't even remember by whom, because I was still, completely, still directionless, honestly. And the next thing I remember is the policeman asking me what happened, like if he was beating me up, who was beating me up, if it was many people. I told him I only saw him beating me up with no weapons, because I didn't see him using any weapons. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty extreme stuff, guys. He ripped my lip here, clean through. So I don't know. Maybe he was hiding some kind of a knuckle duster or something, but I didn't really see it. And as far as I remember, they didn't find any weapons on him. I heard some of my friends telling me that maybe some of his buddies, the other skateboarders, helped him to kick me around, to punch me. I don't know about that. I seriously do not remember it that well, what happened after the first sucker punch, because it was very well landed. And it feels to me like this man, this individual, has had a past with this, because these are not punches done by an amateur, guys, These are not punches done by an amateur. These are punches done by a very vicious individual. So once again, I'm just making this video in case the police tries to cover him up, because he is the son of a policeman. That's what I heard from another policeman in the hospital when I was waiting for my surgery in the lip. He's the son of a policeman, so it is possible that there will be an attempt to cover this up from them. I don't know. Hopefully not. What I want now is him to be brought to justice, to be held responsible for this, and I want compensation. Definitively, I want a big compensation for this, because this is a very extreme act of very extreme violence. And to be completely honest with you guys, in my 3 years of living in Great Britain, in London, I have never faced behavior like this before. Every time I was in some kind of discussion or disagreement or trouble, I managed to de-escalate it with words. And that's what you can see in YouTube. Just put Omar Pavlov explains to the police or something. You'll find my video talking to the police, shaking hands with Omar to de-escalate the situation. I'm not looking for a fight. I'm never looking for fights. I thought this was a civilized country, but the worst thing of this all is that, the scariest thing. Imagine if somebody in the public just looks at you without knowing what you actually stand for and just decides to attack you like this. Just imagine. Just imagine how many people might there be. I've been thinking about this yesterday and today. I hope these thoughts won't keep my head, won't occupy my head for that long, because I'm kind of feeling paranoid, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. I did not plan this. I'm just basically explaining what happened. And I'm not going to release my video if justice is served. Again, this is the next day after it happened. I hope during the week the police is going to do something about it. They're going to contact me, because they left me no contact. I have no contact of them. No number, no email, nothing. I heard from one of the guys later on, one of my friends told me that there was a guy who watched it all happen, and he tried to speak to the police, and the police answered him that there were already enough witnesses. That is kind of honestly worrying to me, because how is that there's enough witnesses, and you deny a witness because there's enough witnesses? There's never enough witnesses. There's as many witnesses as there are. You don't just say no to a new witness. There might be new information they're bringing to the table. Very strange, very strange. I really hope the police is not going to shrug this under the rug, to try to put this under the rug, because this is very extreme violent behavior. And the guy definitively is a very vicious individual who thinks he can get away with this, because he attacked me for absolutely nothing. No disagreement, no escalation, no warning, nothing. Just out of nowhere. This is just the worst kind of behavior. I don't think this behavior, I wouldn't expect this kind of behavior in a third world country. I would not. In a war zone, I would not expect this kind of behavior. In a war zone. Because even in a war zone, at least there's some kind of a warning, a declaration of war usually. This is just unacceptable. I'm just here to give you guys my feelings and my thoughts about this. I'm asking for help now. Because if I upload this video, it means that nothing has been done. Or at least what has been done has not been enough, has been very little. Because I'm a little bit worried that that's what might happen. Look at me again, look at me. Do you see this? Do you see this? Bruise here, here, here a big swollen eye, here a bruise, here a cut lip, here another bruise. I also have some parts of my head that here especially, that hurt. I had a test in the hospital, so my skull is fine. There was no brain damage apparently. But my memory is definitely a little bit fuzzy about what happened. What I can remember, but some details, like was he the only one punching me? Because maybe there were people behind me also punching me. There should be CCTV footage. And I spoke with many policemen and I showed my wounds to them on their cameras. They filmed them on purpose, on the day. So that should give an idea of how bad this attack was, just how bad it is. Because this is very extreme. If I was any weaker than I am, I might have died. I am not joking. Look at these wounds. Look at this. Look at this. Is this a joking matter? This happened in only a few minutes. Absolutely unacceptable. And I still think this country is great, and I still want to live here. But justice needs to be served now. Because this is absolutely extraordinarily unacceptable behavior. A complete psychopathic individual just attacked a person out of nowhere. Imagine that he attacks a woman like this, or a child. That's it. That is it. There's going to be casualties. Unbelievable. I guess I'm lucky that he didn't use some kind of a brick or his skateboard to hit me, or else I really might have been dead by this point. Anyway, sorry that I am taking a bit long with this, but it's just, I'm feeling so bad with this. So bad. Something needs to be done. This is unacceptable. That's it.